Dr. Ranganathan.
Good evening, Pradesh. Look, everyone thinks he is a fascist until the real fascist arrives. And the real fascist is the Congress. From amending the constitution to trampling upon free speech to junking the constitution by proclaiming the emergency, from overturning democratically elected state governments to overturning the Supreme Court judgments, what has the Congress not done that isn't fascist? The Congress has been playing yo-yo with the RSS. This much is clear. It first banned the RSS in 1947. The ban was lifted by Sardar Patel when he himself wrote to Jawaharlal Nehru that the RSS was not involved in the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. For all those who believe in WhatsApp history, they might not believe this. Then the Congress banned the RSS organizer and jailed its editor. Talk of free speech. That it was a Congress that invited the RSS to take part in the 1963 Republic Day parade in appreciation of their work during the 1962 Indochina War. And then shortly afterwards, Indira Gandhi bans government employees from taking part in RSS activity. So let me get this straight. Government employees can fervently believe in political, supremacist, exclusivist, othering aspects of some religions, believe in religious brotherhoods over and above India, can refuse to sing Vande Mataram. They can take part in activities of all other organizations, including SDPI and Muslim League, but not the RSS. Number two, you have to understand, Pranesh, that the Congress has not just an illogical but also a pathological hatred for the RSS. So much so that they attribute everything evil that has ever happened in this country to the RSS. No other opposition party, with the exception of the Muslim League, hates the RSS so much. And guess who is the coalition partner of the Indian Union Muslim League? Look, Rahul Gandhi routinely claims that no one from the RSS took part in freedom struggle. I guess he graduated like many of the panelists out here from WhatsApp University. He doesn't know the legendary names like Dada Naik Chimur, Ramdas Rampure, Sant Tukoji Maharaj, Hemu Kalani, who gladly went to the gallows for our freedom struggle, were all RSS workers. From having to apologize for spreading the lie that the RSS killed Mahatma Gandhi, to Congress leaders propagating the theory that 2611 was an RSS conspiracy, there is no opportunity the Congress has missed to slander the RSS. But what's the cake, Pranay, is the following instance. Justice Yashwant Chandrachud, the Chief Justice of India, then recommended not once but twice the name of Justice Chandorkar of the Bombay and Madras High Court. But it was rejected both times by the Congress. You know why? Because Chandorkar had made the fatal mistake of attending the funeral of RSS chief Golwalkar. I quote Yashwant Chandrachud here, quote, "The government was looking for judicial candidates who would support it in general. It is preposterous what they did to Chandorkar." How do we know this? Because a book called Supreme Whispers written by Chandrachud. Now just give me 30 seconds. 507,656 RSS volunteers set up COVID relief at 92,656 locations, distributing 46.63 million food packets, opening 483 treatment centers during COVID. And while they were doing all this, government employees could not attend RSS activity.